Ever felt that college didn't prepare you for the real world? Well, you're not alone. I, for myself, have felt the same way. From personal finance to negotiations to building healthy habits, there's a lot that's left out of college classes. In this video, I'll be talking about 10 things that college doesn't teach you. The first one on the list is personal finance. One of the most important things in your life is to manage your personal finances. Frankly, most colleges don't give a crap about your finances. I didn't know how to do my finances properly while in college or after college because I was never taught how to do it. I had to figure it out together with my wife when we saw our paychecks disappear every month. There are a few important things you can do in order to take control of your finances. Avoid taking student loans. If you absolutely have to and there's no other way to get your education or get your degree, then maybe that's okay. I had to take some student loans and so did my wife, but little did I know what the burden would be after graduation when I took those loans. The ugly truth is that so many people are still trying to figure out and struggling to pay that debt back. If you need to go $200,000 into debt in order to get a degree that doesn't enable you to pay it back in a few years, then it's not going to be worth it. You can try finding another way to get your education by going to a public school instead of a private university. Or you can apply for grants and scholarships. Don't put your hopes on the government to bail you out. Create a budget and stick to it. This means living below your means. Literally just don't spend more than you earn. Save your leftover money, build an emergency fund, and invest some of that money. Number 2, don't network, connect instead. When I was in college, so much emphasis was put on networking. Network. That's all you have to do in order to get a job. Networking that was talked to me about was really focused on hunting people for profits. Let's make some small talk so I can figure out what I can gain from you. What the connection with you will give me. Essentially, it's very selfish ambition. Are you going to give me a job?
No.
Okay, next person then. I don't care about you anymore. Over time, I've learned that it's better to connect with people instead. This means to be truly listening and engaging, expressing gratitude, appreciation, and support, giving out sincere compliments to edify those around you, staying humble yet confident. Check a book called From Paycheck to Purpose to learn more about what it means to connect with people instead of just plain networking. Number 3, negotiations. There wasn't anything meaningful that I heard about negotiations at college. Yeah, there were like few tips here and there and like always negotiate. There's a lot more that goes to negotiations and things you have to do. But with the help of great friends, Google, YouTube, and Reddit, I was able to learn a few tricks of my own. Avoid giving a specific number when answering the salary range question. If you absolutely need to, then give a range where the lowest number is your desired salary and the top of that range is about 10 to 20% higher, so that would be your salary range. The reason for this is because whenever you give a salary range, you will always get an offer for the lowest number of that salary range. Never ever give out your salary history. If a company asks you for that, your salary history or how much you're currently making or anything like that, ooh, red flag raised. In some of the states, it's actually legal to ask that question. So be aware of some sneaky recruiters and employers out there. During your salary negotiations, don't be afraid to ask for a higher pay with a well-supported explanation of why you deserve it. The worst that they can say is no, and you can still accept the initial offer that they gave you. Having multiple job offers at the same time gives you better leverage to negotiate your salary. You can also negotiate bonuses, benefits, and personal time off. And don't worry, you will get better at negotiating over time. Next thing that they don't teach you at college is how to smash the like button and the subscribe button for my YouTube channel. But seriously, the next thing that college doesn't teach you is self-awareness. Self-awareness is simply the ability to be aware of yourself, your emotion, thoughts, behaviors, values, preferences, strengths, weaknesses, and so on. It's simply something that college can't teach you, and it's stuff that you need to teach yourself and learn yourself over time. You can learn this through regular self-reflection, asking for feedback, and making friends that honestly can tell you that you're full of BS. Number 5 is leading a team. Those group projects during your college classes really turn into an awkward sharing of responsibilities rather than an opportunity to lead. Even then, it's something that's not taught, but it's something that you have to figure out yourself. But if you personally don't seek out leadership opportunities at college clubs, you will most likely miss out on the experience experience about learning to lead teams. You'll become a leader through experience, not by simply reading a book or attending a lecture. Yes, those things can be beneficial for your self-development, but we'll talk about that later. Number 6, stand up against what is wrong. Since graduation, I've heard too many stories about how people put up with coworkers that are toxic or bosses who are taking advantage of their situation or anything like that. These people would undermine you, threaten to fire you, or relinquish your personal values and voice for the greater good of the company. Stuff like this just doesn't happen just in a workplace setting, but during your whole adult life. There will be times when you need to stand up for what is wrong. You deserve better. Number 7, your worth doesn't come from the school you went to or the degree you get. I fell into the trap of trying to get into one of the best universities in the United States called Stanford University. I thought to myself that when I get there, people will respect me and treat me better, and I will have so many better opportunities career-wise. The fact is, unless you're going to become a doctor or surgeon, the school you go to doesn't matter so much. Take the field of software engineering, for example. Nowadays, you don't even need to go to school in order to become a software engineer. You can go and take some boot camps or learn on your own to become a software engineer. All you have to do is demonstrate your technical and soft skills and get the job. You don't need to go to college for that. I believe this is becoming more and more common with other career areas. After graduation, it's more about yourself. It's more about what skills you bring on the table and how you present yourself. Number 8, personal growth and development. A lot of the things I've learned in college, I don't even use in real life anymore. College focuses on giving you a good, solid general knowledge about these various subjects, which can be really amazing and educate people and really lift them up and boost their careers and so on. But there is little emphasis on how to develop your personal self. For example, how to study better, or ways to stop procrastinating, or how to learn new habits, and so on. You can try to take some time every day to learn books about self-development and push yourself to learn outside the scope you learned at school. I mean, sometimes we don't really have a choice. We have to develop those skills at our workplace and so on. That just comes along with time and experience and so on. So don't stress too much about yourself, but it's just one of those things that college doesn't really teach you. College also doesn't teach you how to live an atypical life. In college, all you hear is that you graduate, you get a job, you get a house, and then you cruise into the retirement after working your whole life, that 9-to-5 job. Unfortunately, this lifestyle is not for everyone. A lot of people find it pretty unhappy. There are so many other opportunities out there in addition to the corporate job. One of the popular ones is freelancing. Many people choose this to make their own schedule and take on the amount of work they actually want to do. Another career a lot of people pursue is content creation. Whether it's Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, or some other platform, it doesn't matter. This type of work and lifestyle isn't for everyone, but it's sure something that a lot of people desire, and it's becoming more common nowadays. It is also higher risk because the only one that's keeping you accountable is you yourself. So you need to push yourself in order to make it happen. And it takes a lot of mental energy, self-development, and all of that to make it. Be aware of that when you do choose to pursue a career path like that. Number 10 is that you never really graduate. College just can't teach you everything. It's just simple as that. There are just so many things in our lives that college won't teach us, and sometimes the best way to learn is through experience, through trial and error, through success, through your job, or some other way, whatever way you want to learn. So naturally, as human beings, we continue to learn. Watch this video on how to stay motivated when feeling unproductive. Also, hit that subscribe and like button. Other than that, I'm out of here. Bye!